I don't know what he did, but we got to go to Boca Caliente on a luxury liner. Shang-Chi gets shipped in a box.
When you work for British intelligence, you only go third day air, next day air.
Yeah, cargo freight.
Here we go again. It is time for Comic Books and Cold Ones. We are the beer podcast with a comic book problem, and this is K-Mac. I am joined, like always, with my awesome co-host, and today his nickname is M.O.D.O.K, the yak organism designed overwhelmingly for killing beers. How you doing, M.O.D.O.K?
Thank
That's
you,
the best one. That's my favorite one.
Thank you, M.O.D.A.M.
M.O.D.A.M, no.
Yeah. Keg organism designed all mead. I don't know. I didn't work on it because you already were ahead of me on this. I'm just the hope of the podcast to be good, but obviously I'm failing today to bring it. But I am excited today because it is summertime, and we are here once again with you to take you on a little trip with us as we enjoy our summer vacations here. A little thing we like to call our summer comic-cations, where we take you on a tour of a destination out there in comic book land that we'd all like to go to on our summer vacations. And that's what we're doing here with you today.
Yeah, and we've done this type of episode before. We did it. It was our second episode number 2, where we visited. Well, I visited the Savage Land, and where did you visit?
I visited Nanda Parbat.
Yes, and you'll have to listen to that episode. It's a long one, but it was a good one. It was, not one that I think many people could sit through because it was 2 hours long, but we had a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
And always, if you want to yell at us about making podcasts too long, you can send us an email at cbcopodcast@gmail.com or hit us up on Twitter at cbco underscore, or what is it? CBC.
I don't know what it is. The Twitter is CBCO underscore podcast, I believe.
CBCO underscore podcast. Or hit us. Oh, no, it's just CBCO podcast, isn't it? Comic Books and Cold Ones underscore podcasts. Comic Books underscore Cold Ones on Instagram. All our social medias are just rate us 5 wherever you get these, wherever you're listening to these podcasts. That's what we prefer.
Yeah, at CBCO underscore podcast for all the tweets.
Yeah, all the tweets.
All the tweets.
I didn't have my notes written down. Usually I'm the best at that, but that's the way it works. And so last time we got separate vacation plans because that's just the way our tour guides or our tour travel agency worked this out for us. But this time we were able to double book a trip together.
Yeah, we're much better friends now.
Yes,
we've reached that level in our relationship. We vacation together.
Yeah. We are now heterosexual life partners for trips only and only purposes.
Correct. Trips. Just for trips.
But this one, we decided to both go on a tropical destination. And where are we headed to, K-Mac?
Well, this time we are headed to lovely Boca Caliente, also known as A.I.M Island.
That would be the sovereign home nation of Advanced Idea Mechanics, the arms suppliers to the villainous world and all Marvel comic books. Located in the scenic Caribbean with scenic beaches. Boca Caliente translating from the Spanish meaning the hot mouth. Not to be confused with where Jerry's parents live in Del Boca Vista.
Oh, yes.
Of the mouth view.
Of the mouth view. Seinfeld.
I wonder if they could go to Del Boca Caliente Vista.
Of the hot mouth view.
Because, I mean, Jerry's dad looks a little like M.O.D.O.K in the head, so.
He does. George's dad does too.
Yeah.
Jerry Stiller, he could play. Yeah. He could. Oh man, if he was still alive and if he was younger, he would have been a perfect M.O.D.O.K.
His body is short enough that you could just put him in the thing, and his head would be big enough to fill the frame space of M.O.D.O.K's face area. Oh, so we're going on this Comic-ation. Of course, always we're a beer podcast first, so we are going to do something a little different since we get to take a little trip here. We're going to be making our favorite Tiki beer drinks to enjoy in that tropical Caribbean sun as we are brought drink after drink in yellow suited, rad suited men that look like
Bee-suited.
beekeepers, bee-suited
Beekeepers.
beekeepers bringing us wonderful drinks. And I don't know, do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first on what I'll be making? We will be making these live, and you can make them with us and we'll read off the ingredients also.
And that you said favorite tiki beer drinks. This will be what I think is my first ever tiki beer drink, and I've never made one, so I'm just gonna like duct tape something together from what I saw online. We'll see if it works.
That's a good idea. Well, I raided my neighbors upstairs who recently had a tiki party, and so I was able to get more tiki ingredients than I had to buy. So I am good to go.
Oh,
And
nice.
you tell me I should go first?
Yeah, you go first. And first tell us about your tiki mug.
Okay, the tiki mug I am using has been seen on the Instagram and the Twitters, and I bought it recently for a tiki party, and it is my favorite. I should have gotten the M.O.D.O.K one for this one, but I have another giant-headed skull-faced man, and that is Skeletor from Masters of the Universe, and I think it's probably one of the coolest mugs ever.
It is. I like it a lot. Where did you get them from again? Do you remember?
This one I got online it's made by a company called Tiki, and they have a lot of licenses to different products, and they have Marvel, DC, lots of cartoons and everything. So if you're looking for a geeky tiki mug, this is one. They have a whole Star Wars lineup. I know that is very, very popular, and you can buy small sets. They have a Batman and Joker, twin set you can get, which is interesting.
Nice. And we'll put the link to that in the show notes because I like to give Yek some work.
And we may tweet it out on the Twitters just so you can see it.
But that's good, yeah.
What I'll be mixing up in this bad boy is a little drink called a Dawn Day Afternoon.
Oh, wow.
Which is named after Don the Beachcomber, who is famous for making drinks such as the Zombie, which is probably my favorite drink, which is just pure booze of tiki drinks. This is done by Smuggler's Cove Tiki Bar in San Francisco, which is an old school tiki bar that's been around a while. And this one is known for being the tiki bartender's day drinking drink. And I've had modifications of similar drinks like this, but this comes in at with beer in it. And what the ingredients are: a half an ounce of lime juice, a half an ounce of cinnamon syrup, 4 ounces of a radler, grapefruit radler, which is the beer element of this, which is a type of shandy out of Germany, and I'll tell you which one I'm going to be making here real quick. And then 2 ounces of Rhum Agricole Blanc, which is the French island rum with the RHUM of the different rum styles. But I am making this theme for our show, so it's not a Dawn Day Afternoon, it's a M.O.D.O.K Day Afternoon, because I'll be adding a shot of grenadine for maraschino on top Dawn Day Afternoon, the M.O.D.O.K Afternoon. So I'll be mixing that up. And the rum I'm using today is the RHUM, of course, Rum JM, and this is coming from Martinique, and it is coming in at 100 proof. So when you and the recipe I read off was just for a rocks glass, and since I'm making a tiki mug, that'll be 2 shots. Instead of a shot and a third, it'll be basically 2.5 shots close when I mix this up. So it's not for the week 2 drinker. And I'm using the radler. I'll be using the beer component is one of my favorites, which is out of Austria, the Eggenberg Radler, which is their version. So the radlers they make in Europe are a little bit different than the ones that we have here. They're more like a soda poppy thing with beer in them and kind of fruit juice, and so they're really weak. So this is 2.4% alcohol, but it's the only water component, so it's 100% 100 proof booze on top of a soda pop, alcoholic soda pop drink. And Eggenberg is out of Schloss Eggenberg, Castle Eggenberg, founded in 1681, straight out of Austria.
Wow, you're all over the place.
Yeah. And what will you be making today, K-Mac?
Well, mine's much simpler, and I'm just using things I already had around the house because that's just the way I got to roll these days. So I have a lot less to mix, and I'm just going to kind of make it up as I go along. So
well, you're not gonna, you have a name for it?
not yet. It's,
okay.
So doing my research for the drink, mostly what I found was beer mixed with tequila. So, since I happen to have some Patron Reposado in the house, really it's my wife's, but she said I could use some of it. And similar to you, I have a Radler. I have Sam Adams Lemon Radler.
Ah, yes.
I am going to make something, whether or not this already exists, I'm going to make a Radlerita.
Ooh.
Or a Marga Radler, whatever you want to call it.
A Monica Rappaccini.
That's what I was thinking. Use Monica. Yeah.
Raponica? I gotta look at the name here. So just poured in the lime juice.
Rappaccini. So
Yeah.
it's
pouring in the grenadine.
Radler.
Half a shot of that. Mixing it in. I need almost a shot of cinnamon syrup here.
So I'm going to start with 1 shot of the Patron.
In my mixing glass.
Oh, and I never talked about my Tiki mug. So my good buddy M.O.D.O.K for my birthday sent me this awesome giant Fin Fang Foom Tiki mug, which I will post on
Is that a big
Instagram,
enough shot
social media
of rum?
I think so. That's a big shot of rum. Holy shit.
It's an oversized shot to cover for the whole tiki.
Yeah.
So mix those in.
Should I do 1 or 2 shots of Patron in this?
Well, you're doing a whole tiki mug. You gotta have at least 2 shots.
That's what I was thinking too.
And we're on Comic-ation here, sir. There is nobody questioning you the next day.
Oh, and I do have some lemonade too, in case I need to cut it and give it a little more flavor.
And I'm gonna add a dash of bitters, even though I don't have to make it even more fancy. And let me smell over. Oh my god, that's strong. Now I'm gonna stack the mug full of ice. And K-Mac's mug was made by M.O.D.O. Tiki.
M.O.D.O. Tiki.
And they make also lots of Marvel tikis and themed tikis from different franchises. They're the other company that does a lot. Slightly, I think, more intricate tikis. A little more non-traditional, but they're really cool. I really like them. They make a Doctor Doom one that I kind of like. They make a full-color Doctor Doom one that I don't like that much. And then they have one that's all silver and then all kind of tiki green, which I really, really like.
M.O.D.O. Tiki, everyone.
Okay. The booze is in. There's a lot of it in there. Whew. And so with any tiki drink, you always want to fill lots of ice. So you're only having 1 drink. And then with the beer tiki, something you can keep adding beer to after a while. Because if you're making tiki, it's got to be strong.
Yeah, this one's pretty strong. I need to add more ice.
Here, you want some?
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Ship it over. So this is going to be one of those rare shows where we're more focused on the drink than the
I think the drink will bring out lots of focus on lots of things.
It might. It just might.
So I am all mixed up here.
I'm just going to add a little bit more beer to mine, but have you tried yours yet?
No, I was waiting to cheers you while we relax in our beachside cabana and enjoy those hot sun rays from that solar satellite and then take in some of those sweet, sweet Cosmic Cube vibes.
Well done. You think this up on the fly. I appreciate that. All right. Cheers, sir.
Cheers to you and another successful trip down here to the islands. Let's take a sip.
Another Comic-ation. Oh, I forgot a straw. That's pretty good. I tried it a little bit earlier and I don't think I had enough beer and lemon juice in it, but since I added more beer and lemon juice, it's actually really good.
So this is pretty amazing, and adding the grenadine on top like the red gem on M.O.D.O.K's head just kicks it off even more to make it the M.O.D.O.M Day afternoon. The crimson
Nice.
gem.
Nice.
It is good.
Yeah, my
It comes
all
through
my
not too bitter. The cinnamon, usually, I always think cinnamon's such a powerful thing. It doesn't really come through that strong with the
Oh,
cinnamon
interesting. I was wondering
syrup.
how the cinnamon would work in
Yeah,
yours.
it really mellows out, but the grapefruit really cuts it a lot from the Radler. But
Yeah,
it is good and it is strong, and I don't think I'll be walking after this.
all of my ingredients like melded together and adapted, like the Super Adaptoid, into one tasty drink.
Well, you did adapt to this episode for us,
Yes.
which is well done, sir.
Yes.
So, how are we getting down to Boca Caliente? Because it's the first thing you got to do is you got to take the trip down there, right?
Right. So first we're gonna head down to Miami, probably in a Quinjet or in a special Captain America shield design ship. We're gonna go in style, man. We're gonna take the SS Superia Luxury Liner straight out of Miami. We're gonna take that right over to the island. But
And who are our fellow guests on the SS Superior luxury liner?
now this is just not a your normal everyday luxury liner. This luxury liner is full of costumed, or well, not necessarily costumed then, but costumed super villains who are all female.
Super villainesses
Super
who
villainesses,
go by the name of Femizones.
the Femizons, yeah, and there's going to be
Femizons.
there'll also be some Serpent Society members there too, I think.
And it'll be a fun trip because guiding us down there will be our homing beacon, M.O.D.A.M, who will be our eventual guest, uh, uh, hostility director, one of our hostility directors on Boca Caliente.
Right. She's on the cruise ship, making sure everyone gets on, making sure everyone is adequately hostile to one another.
So yeah, Superia led a group of supervillainesses called the Femizons, starting in Cap 387 out of nowhere, and they first destinated to take over Boca Caliente themselves, and also use M.O.D.A.M as their pawn. And it turns out
Yeah.
M.O.D.A.M's more loyal to A.I.M than she was a Femizon, so she is a gender traitor.
Yeah, she is. But she definitely, like you said, is loyal to the creators,
Yes.
right? Also, there was some side scheme to get revenge on Diamondback for something I'm not quite sure about, but that happened as well. And if everyone remembers, Diamondback was an important Captain America role playing character at this time, romantic relationship as well with him, and member, kind of like double agent in the Serpent Society, actually, right? For most of the time.
Yeah. Well, she realizes she wants to go good, and that she's more of just a thief than a super bad doer. And if you remember right, the Super Serpent Society, briefly before this all kicked off, was hired to kill M.O.D.O.K and was successful at killing
And was
M.O.D.O.K.
successful. Yep. So M.O.D.O.K is actually, like, at this point in time in the comics, which is the late '80s. He's gone and dead, and he stays dead for a little while.
And so while we're riding on this big luxury liner down there, joined by our stacked uh, co-tourist, I'm going to read a little brochure about the background of Boca Caliente and how it became A.I.M Island. And A.I.M has always had an island, and they originally didn't name any of the islands, but that's where one of the islands where M.O.D.O.K was created. You find out later that he was created on Boca Caliente, but A.I.M Island first appeared in Strange Tales 1966, 146, and it appeared in another Captain America comic. This one where M.O.D.O.K had taken over the island after he was born, and he had Dr. Doom recreate a near perfect robot of Bucky to fool Captain America.
Mm-hmm. Now that'll gag.
And the best is M.O.D.O.K tricks Dr. Doom into doing it by saying, "I bet you can't do this." And he goes, "Pa, Doom can do anything."
Doom can do anything.
But he made the
Take that,
Bucky
Lord.
robot too good, and it sacrifices its life for Captain America because he made it too true to Bucky's values. But we really don't know about the real Boca Caliente, as the name doesn't appear until Iron Man 207, 208, coming out in the 80s, where A.I.M schemes to take over the island, led by, at the time, their scientist supreme, Vladimir, Tikio, who is brother to, of course, Yorgon Tikio, and they find a
Oh,
way to.
of course. They're
It,
fighting. They're fighting over for control of AIM at this point
yes,
too.
yes, and yeah, Yorgon's in prison by his brother Vladimir, who keeps him around just to boast that he can do better.
Not
But
for long.
Vladimir is on the coast of Boca Caliente and has come up with a scheme where he has Iron Man and Rhodey put a solar satellite into orbit that has a solar death ray to bring all the nice sun to Boca Caliente, which is one of the highlights of Boca Caliente is the sunny.
Oh yeah.
It'll fry you right away. And it eventually fries away everybody. I think Vladimir is one of them that gets.
Yeah, and this is during a time where I think Tony lost control of Stark Enterprises, and they were starting a new company, and this might have been one of their first contracts, if I'm not mistaken.
This is right before that. This is Silver and Red Armor.
Silver
Tony.
Red Armor, yeah.
Yeah, and then after this, he shortly loses it, and they get a hold of all of Stark's technology for nuclear weapons. Because they which happens the second appearance in Iron Man 215 and 216. I believe that's when that happens, that they have a fire. Oh no, that's later on. Sorry, that's another Iron Man. But in 215, 216, AIM takes vengeance on Tony because he takes over their satellite, and they try to take back the satellite. And throughout these two runs, Iron Man is pleading with the State Department to let him go out and take AIM, and the State Department's like, no can do, buddy. There's a sovereign nation. Right. Now, I don't sovereign nation with its own nuclear missiles. I don't know much about international law, but I assume if you take over a sovereign island with a death ray in the Caribbean, the Monroe Doctrine applies.
Right. That's all. Like that's what they anticipate in these situations. So, obviously they can't send Iron Man in because fair is fair. They got that island with a death ray. It's sovereign now.
It's sovereign. But I do think I remember in my civics class the Monroe Doctrine. Maybe it's excluded. Death rays exclude.
Yeah, I think so.
The
U.S. I mean, if they had to account for every single death ray, do you know how busy they would be?
Well, I don't know if James Monroe, one of our early presidents, really ever thought about that when he was writing the doctrine that not in our backyard of the Americas can anyone interfere, let alone a super high tech technological global domination organization like AIM.
No,
it's a gray area. It's a gray area in the law. I think he came up with.
Yeah, no, I think that was within the. I think that was within the founding fathers' framework. Satellite death rays. Yes, I'm pretty certain.
They were pretty certain that King George had a death ray, and they needed to cover that one in the Constitution.
Yeah. Definitely within the intent.
So that's a little bit about the background of where we're headed to, and later on when Tony became incapacitated, Tony Stark became incapacitated and couldn't move. He had lost he was getting back his.
Wait, he was incapacitated and couldn't move?
Well, I'm sorry, he was incapacitated, but he was confined to a wheelchair, I should say.
Right, he was like Professor X without the psychic powers and without the bald head and with a mustache.
which makes up for losing your legs and your company.
Yeah. Mustache.
So he programs his armor to be able to be like a robot. He also has a life model decoy of himself made and while he was away, he finds out his board of directors, to make an extra couple bucks and they're loyal to the shareholders, sold all Stark's nuclear technology to AIM for a couple of bucks.
Those bastards.
And of course, as a sovereign nation, they'll have every right to it, even though I think there's some laws on the export of nuclear technologies that kind of supersede that, but not in Boca Caliente, of course. So
no. I mean, they took that country over the death ray. I think anything goes.
Fair is fair. So he goes down there and sends his robot and gets in a fight, and we find out that M.O.D.A.M, originally before she became M.O.D.A.M, was some Russian scientist that made Omega Red. Omega Reds landed on the island to take out M.O.D.A.M. And as everybody knows that's a fan of the show, you can never have enough Omega Red things.
Right, you can never have enough Omega Red. So that was Maria Troivana, I guess.
That sounds about right.
And she created Omega. So, okay, I remember reading that issue, but I've forgotten that she alleged to have created Omega Red. Interesting.
Yes.
Because you have to figure out a way to integrate Omega Red into every story.
Well, definitely. He moves books.
He does. He does. That's why they made Omega Red.
I am not even a quarter way through this cocktail, and it is good.
It is.
It's a fun ride down to Boca Caliente learning about the trips. But we find out eventually they hire Iron Man to take over and take down Omega Red so they can keep M.O.D.A.M. And then they try to double cross Iron Man again. And the deal that was struck was that he gets technology back, but he overcomes M.O.D.A.M. and gets his technology back. So that's the little background story that we learn. And part of the reason we're going down here is for a big event that A.I.M holds every year that we find out about Quasar 9 for the first time. And what's that?
Oh, yeah. This is awesome. We are going down for the International Weapons Exposition. Hell yeah. In Quasar number 9, they first reveal, and during this period of time, A.I.M has decided we're not going to be an international terrorist organization. We're just going to be an international arms dealer to supervillains. We're going to create all the stuff that supervillains want, and we're going to sell it to them. So we're going legit, at least as legit as you can go in that field.
And what's totally legit, as the State Department says, because it's a sovereign country in the Caribbean.
Right.
So totally legit. And so in Quasar number 9, this is kind of the first we get the appearance of the person that'll be our principal host, Boca Caliente, Mr. Alessandro Braniacs.
Heck yeah, Alessandro.
I think he might have been a local too.
And Alessandro knows how to have fun. That's what's the most important thing about Alessandro.
But he's there to take care of all your weapons needs at the expositions. And what does he say to the assembled villains, which include I think it's Crossbones, Madame Mystique, Hydra.
Yeah, Madame Mask.
The Secret Empire.
Yeah, he says, when you need a death ray built to order, call us. When you need an assault robot, call us. So they got the assault robot and death ray markets cornered. Although they had to rely on Iron Man to build their first death ray. So I don't know. I don't know how legit that is, but
and in Quasar 9, they also try to outsource some bidding on remaking the quantum bands. But my favorite part of that is we learned about one of the amenities of Boca Caliente that Brainiac directs all the supervillains to, which is the Refreshment Center.
Oh yeah, and the Refreshment Center is located within their convention center.
Yes.
Their brand new convention center
to hold all the supervillains. So when they need to take a break from the presentations of the day, they can go enjoy some coffee, tea. What do they have pastries on this Refreshment Center, you think?
Oh, only those advanced pastries.
advanced idea macaroons.
Yes. Crossbones like, better have some cold brews, babe.
Yeah. Advanced idea. What's another? Maple bars.
Nice.
Mo donuts.
Maple syrup.
Super adapt cakes.
Oh, nice. Oh, cosmic cakes.
Cosmic cakes, yeah. Cosmic cube cakes. They got all the good stuff.
And it's definitely all themed, like all that.
Well, they have an advanced idea pastry chef there. That's his sole thing is to come up with the most villainous cakes the world has ever seen.
Right. Right. He's their cuisine scientist.
Yes.
A kitchen scientist.
The food scientist supreme, if you will.
Yes. The chef scientist supreme.
Which what's molecular gastronomy takes on a whole new
that's the best way to put it. Yeah.
Which is going to be amazing when he builds the pinata that explodes into little cublets of infinite powers that you get to eat.
They're cosmic sugar cubes.
Yes. I am looking forward to the Refreshment Center. So when we arrived down there, of course, Alessandro Brandiax, the local native, he's a little quirky. And he's able to wear a full suit in that hot Boca Caliente sun. And I don't quite know how he adapts to that hot sun that way.
Yeah, he is very adaptable.
Yeah. So I'm not quite certain. He's a super nice guy, super slick businessman, super adaptive to everything, I would say.
Yeah. He adapts to the boardroom, to the science and research part of his job. He's just like he
And he's the
adapts better than
perfect
anyone else I've ever seen in these comics.
host for our Comic-ation here, I think.
I think so too.
I'm
Can
looking
adapt
forward
to
to
any
meeting.
situation.
I'm looking forward to meeting him. And reading up in the brochure, I'm also excited to enjoy the luau nights with our tiki drinks that'll be overseen by both M.O.D.A.M and M.O.D.O.K.
They light those tiki torches with the laser beam from their head.
Just keep them flaming.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you get to go on M.O.D.O.K ride or M.O.D.A.M rides right on the big flatheads, you think?
Of course.
Are they just in charge of the Segway tours? Flying around. Do you have like a M.O.D.O.K jetpack that you sit in with your butt, your big ass down instead of Segways?
Oh, they better have both, because I know they have a lot of hover sleds on
Yes.
A.I.M Island or Boca Caliente, but you better get to like ride in your own M.O.D.O.K chair,
That's
because I'm gonna, after having a bunch of these tiki drinks, I'm gonna need my own M.O.D.O.K chair to get around. I'm not moving. I'm not walking.
well, just like when they like a luau, you become king for the day or whatever. You become M.O.D.O.K or M.O.D.A.M for the day. And they roast the pig with their death ray right there on the island for you.
Instant roast.
Yes, but they're pretty good hostility directors. They get after it. Anyone and everyone that comes to the island.
Yeah,
So
they're yeah. They just come after you, and they don't stop coming after you,
yeah.
chasing you with those tiny arms and tiny legs and sharp teeth.
And many people would get to see Boca Caliente in the Hulu clay animated series with Patton Oswalt, where it's the main setting for the M.O.D.O.K animation show that Hulu did. And from that show, we also learned about our recreation director on Boca Caliente, which is Monica Rappaccini, the head biology scientist for A.I.M, and she lets you swim with her mutant manatees that she's created that do not quite swim well anymore.
Oh, well, that sounds disturbing,
Yes.
actually. Oh, and Miss Rappaccini was also for a time the scientist supreme of A.I.M.
Yes.
So we're getting, the star treatment here on Boca Caliente, hosted by Mr. Branx, and now being, shown around, taken to all these fun things to do by Miss Rappaccini. So this is
Yeah.
some.
She outlines all the things we can enjoy, like flesh-eating viruses
Mhm.
and reverse PIM particles and all the all
And
the all the good biological things.
yeah, and all the while she's trying to wrestle control of AIM from Mr. Branix.
Yes. But he's just a little
Constant.
too super adaptable to all these things. So
Yeah.
now the one thing that I really will enjoy there is the constant staff beyond just the head people of all our yellow bee suited um, AIM attendees that are taking care of all our needs. And what's best about them, you can just call them by numbers, and you don't have to remember their names. You just call out a number, and one of them
Yeah.
will show up to help you out with whatever you
Do
need.
they have the numbers on their suits, or is it just
They
something you
do
have to remember?
not. That's
That's
only the Secret
interesting.
Empire. The Secret Empire has their numbers on. They were number
Well,
13, number 1, number.
the Secret Empire seems very organized.
Yes.
This
They-
is
They're not the
that's a
type
lot
to
to
run
remember.
a laid back, fun vacation island like Boca
It's
Caliente. They
true.
just.
I mean, to remember all their numbers without having their numbers on their costume means you have to be very adaptable.
Yes. They also adapt to a lot eventually.
They
These
do.
these bee suited people. They're very adaptable people.
And it's important for your staff to be adaptable, take on different kinds of situations. And, what if I need a different kind of drink,
Yes.
right?
And
They can make it
what
because
I
they're
like about it
adaptable.
is even if one goes away, there's already somebody to replace him the next day. And they
Right.
lose a lot of staff. A lot of staff turnover, I've noticed. Boca Caliente.
Yeah, a lot of them, getting smashed this way and that way by different superheroes. So it's good to be able to recycle your staff quickly in those kinds of situations.
And frequent mentionings in the comics of I don't want to do that today. The health plan doesn't cover that.
Yeah, that's true. That does come up a lot. The AIM does need better health coverage and better vacation.
What's the
So I
problem with
remember
being
one of them saying when I think maybe the island was being destroyed, one of them goes, "Well, I guess we're not going to get a pay raise."
Indeed. Well, that's the problem with being a sovereign nation. They don't have their, in being sophocracy. Yeah, it's a sophocracy. A theocracy being ruled.
I'm drinking a tiki drink.
Yeah, so theocracy being ruled by religion,
Right.
and A.I.M Island being ruled by science, that'd be a sophocracy.
Oh, very nice.
So in a sophocracy, they don't.
Someone's dropping knowledge.
So in a sophocracy, they don't care so much about health and things like that. It's all about getting that knowledge and moving it along. So your needs aren't that important as long as the research articles are going out. Sounds like the worst parts of being a professor in college.
It does, doesn't it?
Yes. Except for you're on an island. That's really nice.
Now, does Monica Rappaccini really have mutant manatees?
That occurs in the Hulu TV show.
Ah,
That's her
gotcha.
big experiment she's working on that she eventually double crosses M.O.D.O.K on because she wants to get it done. She
Gotcha.
refers to having to bag up mutant manatee genitalia at one time.
She used to work for Bruce Banner and stole some of his research, I believe.
Yes.
And then also, if I'm not mistaken, in a solo Avengers book I read where M.O.D.A.M was first revealed, but she had a different name then. It was Sodom, right? Sodam.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad that they probably needed to change that after they,
that was
it's a bit much.
definitely Englehart writing something, right?
I think so, yeah.
Englehart, get in here! And
Get
you
in
can't
here,
put
Englehart.
Sodom in it. That's only his name.
Oh, Englehart. First Benjamin Franklin, and now look what you're doing. We hired you back, and this is the first thing you do.
Okay, let's give Kevin a quick tiki. What does M.O.D.A.M stand again for?
Oh, M.O.D.A.M stands for the is it the mental organism designed for it's aggressive maneuvers, right?
Yes.
Right, and SODAM is specialized organism. Now,
Yes.
when SODAM first appeared, apparently she was also the first wife of Henry Pym, Maria
Oh, yes,
Troivana.
the Hungarian broad.
Yeah. So she was the one that created Omega Red also?
Yeah, she would have been a red curtain behind the red curtain scientist. She was Hungarian yeah. It all lines up.
Okay, so a quiz for you.
What?
What does M.O.D.O.K stand for?
It's Yek only design
Organism.
for offing keggers.
Almost. Yek organism designed overwhelmingly for killing beers.
Killing beers. The B is silent. I forgot.
The B is silent. Yes. M.O.D.O.K. That would sound terrible.
that is a good one. Ooh, these tiki drinks are good.
I wonder why they decided to kill off M.O.D.O.K and go with M.O.D.A.M. Wonder what the the editorial decision was there. It
Well,
doesn't
they
make a
were
lot of
like, we
sense.
got to be more gender equal here.
I guess
We
so.
can't have just giant-headed men floating around with no ass. We also have to show that women can be giant-headed with no ass and fly around.
We're gonna name them Sodom.
Yes.
It's, crazy, but they could have had them both at the same time.
And
And eventually they did. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a while.
Yes. But it's not easy being big-headed, so.
No. There's this. There's the story written by Patton Oswalt called M.O.D.O.K it's called the Head Games, where
Yes.
M.O.D.O.K disguises himself as Arnim Zola and sneaks into a weapons convention with Tony Stark.
And
That's
yeah, he
pretty
makes the
funny.
comment, "I can't believe assholes think they mistake each other for us." And that's where we learned in that issues that Boca Caliente is the birthplace of M.O.D.O.K.
Mm-hmm.
Not just mysterious A.I.M Island that we didn't know about.
Yeah.
In the classic Strange Tales, if this be M.O.D.O.K.
Yes. Now, but that would have taken place before Iron Man 207, right? So I guess they did
Yes,
have a
way
presence
before.
on Boca Caliente anyway. That's what it was
Well,
before they took over.
they retconned it in that Head Games
Yeah.
as being it.
Well, yeah.
You just knew there was an
Obviously.
A.I.M Island. They had an A.I.M Island, but it was more situated in like near Antarctica, though I thought it was, or
That makes
like
more
up near
sense.
Greenland or something, because it's very rugged and just rocks and not
Mm.
tropical.
So, like, if you're a supervillain organization or a supervillain, like, of course you want to have an island base, right?
Well, since you can skirt every international legality law and do whatever you want.
Right. Think of all that beachfront property too. That's rare.
Yes.
Can't make beachfront property anymore, so you get an island. That's what you
Well,
do.
talk to Doctor Doom. He's in a landlocked little country in the middle of the Carpathian Mountains there, or the
Pah.
Wendigorn Mountains.
Doom doesn't need an island.
Doom will make his own island.
Right. Make his own landlocked island. I don't know. It just seems obvious to me. I don't know why more villains don't have their own island.
Well, you would think that'd be the direction they would go,
Right. That's where I would go.
Yeah.
Because you can have all the defenses. They have a volcano for energy. Makes sense. A lot of practical real world applications.
And all the R&R you have, and when you want to bring over guests, you're a vacation spot, so they always want to visit you. So anytime you want to do a villain team up, of course they're going to jump in with you because they get to ride the jet ski.
Right. Maybe they can come on your luxury liner.
They get to hang out on the beach. Yeah, they get to do some deep sea fishing.
Yeah.
They get to go to the luau. This is very important.
Yeah. I mean, it's good for business. And just stop it right there. Good for business. Do you remember that episode of G.I. Joe where Flint and Lady Jane got trapped on this island run by this? It was almost like an arcade type character, but he was like a big fat guy who had an island with all these defenses and traps and things. Do you remember that?
Yes.
That always made me want to have my own secret island base.
that
G.I. Joe episode.
That
yeah.
episode of G.I. Joe was that was the one that did it for you.
That was, yeah.
I'm topping off my drink here a little bit with me.
That's a good idea. You haven't had enough yet. Is that grenadine?
All the fancy mixology.
I know. Check you out. One of the beekeep suit guys can come make that drink for you.
Oh, that's they do it so much better because they've adapted to it doing it.
Right. So, what kind of entertainment are they going to provide to us?
Well, we're talking about the
island?
Refreshment Center, and that's one of the big sites because we're going down for the convention here to buy some weapons. Other things they have the Refreshment Center at the convention, but the big thing is they got a wrestling arena in this bad boy in the convention.
They do. They sure do.
And they put on some primetime matchups for all us villainous types.
Right. It's like Hulkamania running wild in there because it's that kind of wrestling arena.
So for what we're alluding to in Captain America 411 through 414, Captain America, along with Diamondback and Falcon, go down to the International Weapons Expo while all the villains are there, and they go disguised as Crossbones as Captain America, Diamondback as Mother Knight, and Falcon as Jack-O-Lantern.
Jack-O-Lantern.
They had already just put all those people in the pen, so they need disguises they know. And they had Circe from the Avengers, the Eternal, turn them into that, and Nick Fury fly them down there to take care of finding out Snapdragon so Diamondback can get revenge on it. And Captain America as Crossbones didn't know Crossbones had a bet with one who?
Oh, Batroc the Leaper. Oh, yeah.
Yes, indeed. You Crossbones, you must fight 5 of us or give me $500,000 of bones, as you say in America.
So Cap as Crossbones has to essentially run the gauntlet.
Yes, he has to fight 5 unarmed combatants in the main arena with all the villains looking on, or forfeit $500,000 to Batroc the Leaper.
Yeah, but and Cap's like thinking, do I really have to do this? But it turns out he does, because otherwise it'll blow the cover, but it'll also buy time for his associates to look for what they were there for, to complete the mission.
Yes. And this is probably the best part of Boca Caliente, is to go see and bet on the wrestling matches with the supervillains at night. And Crossbones Captain America, who does he fight in his 5-round gauntlet? The first he has to run 5 in a row. We find out,
Uh,
with
the,
no rest.
yeah, so the first one is Mad Dog, who's kind of like a Wolverine type knockoff kind of character. Looks like a cross between Wolverine and the Owl, I guess. Well, back when the Owl was more of a, like a villainy villain and not a guy in a suit.
Yeah, kind of that. And what's the Fang from the Shi'ar Imperial Guard?
Oh yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know it kind of looks a little bit like Feral, also from X Force.
And he does have rabid foaming like
Yeah,
rabies look
he
coming from
does
his
look like,
mouth.
yeah.
I had never read anything else with Mad Dog in it. He first appeared in Miss America magazine #2 in 1944.
Wow, he's a classic. So this is written by Mark Grunwald, who had,
Yeah.
like you were telling me earlier, uh, a great run, but probably one of the longest runs on Captain America overall. So he really dug deep on this, and I like how this story really just like pulls these villains like out of obscurity, essentially.
And then he first makes his like full appearance as Mad Dog in Defenders 125, which has one of my favorite covers of the Defenders. It's the Sienkiewicz cover of that one. I remember having
Defenders
that.
125.
Yeah, I remember having that one too. And it's the that's when the Defenders co-opted a lot of the X-Men. So they had Iceman,
Mm-hmm.
Angel, Beast, Moondragon, and Valkyrie, and Gargoyle.
Oh, is it the first issue of the New Defenders? When did they change the title to it then?
Yes.
Okay, I think I have like issue 127 or something of the New Defenders, something like
So that's
that.
the first person
That is a
in
cool. That is a really cool cover,
yeah.
and that's the first villain the New Defenders fight is Mad Dog.
I think he is one of the villains.
Okay, I
He's
hope
big,
so.
big time.
Yeah.
He's
Mm-hmm.
he makes enough money to go to the International Weapons Exposition on A.I.M Island, so he's a big enough villain to make it down there.
Well, yeah, good for him. He's improving his lot, I suppose.
Yeah. So Captain America beats him rather easily. The second person he has to take on is who, K-Mac?
Ramrod, who I've never heard of Ramrod.
I am briefly
Guess he's a
remembering him
Daredevil
from
villain.
the Marvel uh, handbook. Yeah, Daredevil villain, first appeared in 1973, 103. Basically, he's a cyborg with like a steel plate in his head and steel shoulders, and is able to run at things.
Not to be confused with member of the Nasty Boys, Ramrod.
No.
He's a cyborg. Interesting.
Or former Michigan football coach Dick Rod. Rich Rodriguez.
Cousin to Nimrod.
Yes. Wait, Rich Rodriguez is his cousin Nimrod?
Yeah.
Did not know that. It's a big first here on the Comics and Cold One that you're finding out former Michigan head football coach is related to the ultimate form of the Sentinels for killing mutants. Hearing it first.
Yeah, so another classic character who really probably hasn't appeared much at all since his first appearance in that Daredevil issue. Oh, he fought the Amazing Spider-Man once.
Yeah.
But stupid Marvel database won't show me a picture because the time allocated for running scripts has expired. Oh well.
Well, Captain America
Yeah,
beats him rather
of course he
handily,
does.
and then immediately is assaulted by another villain, a deep dive from a former Captain America villain that I think only appeared one time before that,
I
and
think
that
so
is
too.
the sumo wrestler known as General Woe. First appeared in Tales of Suspense #61 in 1964, and Captain America recognizes him, although he says, I think you've gotten bigger.
Bigger and stronger and a better fighter.
Is this the only other sumo wrestler in the Marvel Universe other than the Kingpin?
It might be. So this guy, General Woe, his special move is, you remember Rikishi from WWF?
Yeah, yeah.
Who would like put his ass on your face. So Captain America gets ass faced in this with all the villains cheering him on. I see
Is the name of that move the taint topper?
Rikishi's, you mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or the booty bomb? The ass asphyxiator?
Might be. Let me see. It's the Rikishi driver rump shaker.
Yeah. Well, I think I've come up with 3 better names already.
I think so too. Oh
I think
wait,
Rikishi.
okay. It also became known for called the stink face.
I think the taint taster is a better name.
Yeah, that probably is. That's right on point.
All the bases.
Mm-hmm.
We'll touch them. So he beats General Woe, and then we finally get an appearance. I think the first time I've read an appearance by one of K-Mac's favorite characters as the 4th combatant of Captain America. And who's that?
That is the one and only Razor Fist. You may know him from Shang-Chi, but he actually is, like almost everyone Marvel has in these movies, a real character. Of course, here he's dressed like a dominatrix. He's a much cooler design in the movie than he does in the comic books.
Well, there's when you've opted to have razors for hands. This is unarmed combat, remember, and Batroc gets around letting Razor Fist fight by stating, "No, no, Crossbones, the razors are his hands, not his arms." Never trunched a French leaper.
Never, never.
And he is originally a Shang-Chi villain from Master
Yeah.
of Kung Fu number 105, 1981.
Yep, and that's why in these stories, Shang-Chi makes an appearance as he is shipped to Boca Caliente in a crate. I don't know what he did, but we got to go to Boca Caliente on a luxury liner. Shang-Chi gets shipped in a box.
That's
Or
what,
Shang-Chi.
when you work for British intelligence, you only go third day air.
Yeah, third day.
Next day air.
Yeah, cargo freight.
Not the best way to ride to the island.
No. But this is also what appears to be the first meeting between Captain America and Shang-Chi later on.
Yeah.
As Cap says, it's nice to meet
Also,
you.
the first appearance of Captain America versus Razor Fist.
Yeah, it's the first time they've met too. They didn't shake hands though.
More important, I think.
Wah, wah. Obviously, he beats Razor Fist.
And breaks off his razor hands.
He does, yeah.
Which is pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm. And then he has to face...
How does Razor Fist scratch his balls, man?
Very gently. Carefully.
Does he always, he walks around a shorn scrotum, I guess, a lot.
Mm. He's shaved clean though, right?
Yes, yeah.
So the neat thing about this Fin Fang Foom Tiki mug is the tail, I guess, is like open underneath. So whenever, as I get lower and lower in the drink, bubbles start coming up because Fin Fang Foom is farting.
Oh.
But no, the gas is coming, the gas is coming in through the place where, the tail is, I believe.
Nice.
It's a nice
So
mug.
it's like he's smoking.
Yeah. Or farting. In my drink. Damn it. Damn it, Foom. This is the first time I've drank out of this too. I've had it for a month now. Yeah, Fin Fang Fart. I've had it for a month now, but I was saving it for our special Tiki episode.
Yes. So Captain America finally beats Razor Fist. We'll finish out this little story here. And then the 5th combatant, of course, to try to get the 500 grand is one Batroc the Leaper. But he has a little inside knowledge because he recognizes that it's not Crossbones. It really is Captain America. And he tells Captain America to take a dive so he can build up some more street cred for getting more missions. And he says, this will raise my cred by beating. And so for a while, Captain America has Crossbones. Let the Leaper beat on him.
Yeah, but then Captain America just can't do it, right?
Yeah. He can't take it anymore. No. And then the other members of Batroc's Parade Zara and Machete let everybody in the crowd know it's really up to America, and they go hog wild to try to take him down. And all the people in attendance, there are close to 50, and including Battle Axe, Oddball, Trump, Beetle, Spider, Speed Demon, Whirlwind, Ringer, Flying Tiger, Ringmaster, Rhino, Hammerhead, Wildfire, Gladiatrix, Moonstone, Tombstone, Stiletto, Scorpion, Spymaster, Stiltman, my favorite, Shockwave,
Stiltman.
and many, many more.
Yeah, there's all the villains here.
Yes.
Like none of the major ones, but like some really cool B villains.
In a classic arena setting, betting on the wrestling match.
Yeah, I wonder what kind of weapons these guys bought when they were done with this exposition.
I assume it's not only just weapons, but it's, affiliated things like portals, grappling hooks,
Yeah.
safe crackers.
I bet A.I.M makes the villains unstable molecule costumes.
Yeah.
That would only make sense. Shocker's there too. That's the guy whose name I was trying to remember before.
Shocker is there.
Of
We need a
course.
Shocker Razorfish team up.
We do.
So that is the main nighttime entertainment on Boca Caliente. And
Battle Royals, baby.
I will enjoy many a tiki drink watching that one. As I'm doing now. And then, like I said, to finish out the next part of the day, we'll take a tour of the island. We'll get to see the nuclear missile silos that they're allowed to have as a sovereign nation within the Western Hemisphere. And the U.S. is okay with that. And eventually, not only taking in the sun from said solar death ray, we will, of course, get viewed with cosmic cube energy, because at one time, they try to contain the cosmic cube and it blows up and destroys or takes over the whole island.
Yeah. I imagine there's a room somewhere where you get to go in and kind of like the Star Trek Next Generation holodeck, where you get to go in the cosmic cube and just do whatever you want for a couple of hours. Super pricey, but makes a vacation to Boca Caliente is not complete without that.
Yeah, well, they do have in the Captain America Avengers crossover taking aim when they go to the island and the cosmic cube is blown up. When people start thinking about things, they become materialized in the real life because it's imbued in the cosmic cube energy. But everybody only thinks about basically former loved ones or dead loved ones. So Quicksilver thinks of his gypsy family, and all of a sudden there's a gypsy encampment.
Cap
Now,
thinks of
I don't know
Bucky.
about you. I didn't go to no Caribbean island to be harassed by no Wendigorian gypsy camp.
No.
I know. You can stay in your Balkan areas when I come visit you there and get that scenic life. I'm here for tiki drinks and roast pig and M.O.D.O.K Segway tours. But yeah, I can imagine they could use the Infinity Cube as a big holodeck type thing where you can go down and just think of whatever you want and do it. And they have all the super adaptoids you want to be whoever you want. So basically, it's like Westworld.
Oh, it is. It's a good point. It is.
But in a Caribbean environment with no cowboys.
Yeah.
Unless you want cowboys.
Unless you want cowboys. Yeah. Unless you want cowboys. You can have cowboys.
All the cowboys you want.
And if you want it for a little bit extra, you can essentially be God and destroy the cosmic cube with a catholite block.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a golden ball. You don't even have to be like near the cosmic cube. You can just be flying by and you can make it disintegrate, which is how M.O.D.O.K got the cosmic cube away from the Red Skull, and in some early Captain America issues, didn't even have to go near him. So if you got the big bucks, you can destroy the God machine.
And of course, if you're not going by yourself or with other adults and you have to bring along the kids, there are some scenic things for them to do. Namely, there is a daycare facility where they can eat all the Play-Doh they want and make their own M.O.D.O.K, as well as a teen zone with large bean bags for resting with all your angst-ridden things.
Is that from the TV show?
Yeah, that both appeared in the TV show, where
You can
M.O.D.O.K's
make your
son
own
was
M.O.D.O.K?
told, M.O.D.O.K's son was too old to go to the daycare anymore, and he ate all the Play-Doh, so he had to go to the teen zone, and he met Monica Rappaccini's daughter and fell in love with her. and then Monica Rappaccini gave him an allergy to peanuts.
Ah, that stinks. And how do you make your own M.O.D.O.K?
Well, you first you get Jerry Stiller.
Gotcha. And you squish them down really small.
You squish him into a hover chair thingy, and you jam a big cube diamond in his forehead, and you send him down to Del Boca Vista Caliente. That's what I'm thinking.
They probably do have a machine on this island somewhere where you can turn anyone you want into a M.O.D.O.K, but probably only for computing, not for killing.
Well, I assume it's like going to the zoo and they have those hot wax molds. You know, you put in the quarter.
Oh yeah.
And then it pours out, and you just and it makes it, and you have it. But instead, you just can grab somebody and you put them in the hot wax mold, just
squish, 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 squish,
and then you take home your own M.O.D.O.K. Do you remember those as a kid? Those wax mold things? Those were the coolest.
Yeah,
Do they still have those?
I think so. Not as much. Mostly now they have the machines where you put the coin in and it it'll like grind the penny or press the penny and put a different design on it.
Those were never as good as
those suck.
The wax mold things.
And we don't have a lot of wax mold things here in Florida. I don't think it really keeps very well. It's just a big glob of wax in a machine. It's like, what? If no wax is coming out, why not? Oh, because it already melted out the bottom.
You just open your hands and you get a pool of wax in your hands, molten wax in your hands, and you're like, make whatever you want out of it, kids.
Right. We just pick up a scoop of a pavement and say, make whatever you want out of this.
But I think I can go buy. I want to go buy and buy one of those. I'm sure there's on eBay or something you can buy those. Put that.
I'm sure.
Put that in the front yard. I'd make a killing, I think.
Oh, I think so too. The foot traffic is crazy for one of those. I mean, I don't know. I haven't done it already.
Where's everybody getting these wax tigers from? The guy set up a stand over there. He's got a tiger, a gorilla, a spaceship.
You just put it out in front of a school.
Yeah, just rake in those pennies.
Oh yeah. You make enough to refill the wax.
Oh yeah.
So I think Marvel is missing the boat here because there are a lot of good stories that can be told about Boca Caliente, and there aren't too many. I mean, obviously, this Captain America story, where he fights all the villains in the wrestling arena, is probably the best Boca Caliente story there is. But I'm surprised there's not stories full of just like heroes going to this island and finding all this weird scientific shit.
Well, yeah,
all these weird experiments gone wrong, because it should be an experiment gone wrong island too.
And also, people seeking, flight from extradition orders.
Yeah,
just be like, where am I going to go? I'm going to go to Boca Caliente. Like it's the new old Mexico in the old West when you had to get away from the law.
Yeah.
There's been a total of 25 appearances in the comics according to Marvel fandom.
Yeah, that's not enough.
We went over them all. But of course, it did get destroyed partly by the cosmic cubes that needed to build it. And A.I.M took over another island that we did not cover, that we may cover in a future Comic-ation.
Barbuda.
And I believe that's I can't remember if it's Hydra Island or A.I.M Island, and when they officially adopt like a security council and everything like that, and Taskmaster becomes the Minister of Defense.
Yeah, I think they call it A.I.M Island.
Yeah.
I didn't read any of those issues, did you?
No, I'm not going to A.I.M, I'm going to Boca Caliente.
Now it looks like and at some point the Avengers invade that island as well. I'd go to Boca Caliente. It sounds a lot better than Nanda Parbat, that's for sure.
What? If you want fun and sun, yeah, but if you want some mountain recreation, you can't beat Nanda Parbat. If you want a little bit of enlightenment,
well, that is true.
Assassin's training, you go to Nanda Parbat.
If you want freaky science fun,
yeah, you want freaky. You want the Omniplex Epcot Center, the Museum of Science Industry on crack. You go to Boca Caliente, which is good.
It is good, very good.
Yeah. So more Boca Caliente stories
are definitely
yes
needed. Marvel,
and
talking to you. Or DC. If you want to write some Boca Caliente stories, you should do that too. Why not? Anyone. Or
you could
Image or
on that note, you can tell the drinks are coming through for K-Mac and his tiki drink. We're ready to cross universes. So, how's your tiki drink doing for you? What kind of do we want to do tiki drink ratings first, or do we want to come up with a tourist uh, uh, branding slogan for Boca Caliente first?
well, let me see. So, well, I'll talk about my tiki drink, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it was a drink I wasn't sure about because I really just made it on the fly, and it's not very complicated. But all of these ingredients adapted very well to make one complete drink that I'm really enjoying in this gigantic, awesome Fin Fang Foom tiki mug. So my adaptable tiki drink is perfect for the Boca Caliente vacation.
So your rating is going to be what on your tiki drink?
It is super adaptoidable. We didn't really talk much about the super adaptoid, did we?
No, but we hinted around the
We
fact
hinted
that
around
everybody on the island is an adaptoid, and there may be more than one super adaptoid.
maybe. And what about
And
your drink, sir?
oh, well, as you can hear my voice crack and change and speed and pace of voice and slurriness, I'm gonna say this is a very good tea drink, and it is M.O.D.A.M Drunk.
That's a good one.
So yeah, definitely if you guys get a chance, well, I'm gonna put the recipe up. K-Mac, if you can remember its recipe tomorrow, we'll put that up also.
It's just beer, Patron, lemonade.
which which is good enough. But
Oh yeah, that's all you need.
yeah. So so as before on our convocations, we get drawn in by the slogan. What's the slogan you think works best for Boca Caliente?
Oh boy. Well, slogan off the top of my head. Let's see. Well, if you are in need of a death ray or you want to play around with reality, right? Come visit the hottest mouth in the Caribbean, Boca Caliente. Boca Caliente.
I think it's going to be a little too much for the the flyer and the postcards.
No,
So
it's
what I'm
perfect.
envisioning is kind of Easter Island of nothing but M.O.D.O.K and M.O.D.A.M heads, hot
Oh, you're
mouth, big
talking about like what the image should look like.
yeah, not just with the slogan that goes along with it, hot mouse, big head, or
Yeah, there you go. Boca
bring
Caliente.
bring your bring your big head to the hot mouth.
Oh yeah, that'll work.
Sun, fun, and super adapting.
Sun fun and cosmic cubing.
M.O.D.A.M
Oh damn, this place is fun.
M.O.D.A.M this M.O.D.A.M this place is fun. Put on your Crocs, see M.O.D.O.K.
There you go.
Yeah, I think those are going to be the ones. So bring your big head to the hot mouth.
Bring your big head to the hot mouth. Yeah.
M.O.D.A.M this place is fun. M.O.D.A.M so fun. And of course, put on your Crocs and see M.O.D.O.K.
I like that. That's a good one.
So we'll put these out there of what you maybe out there as viewers want to or listeners want to suggest for what you would go with a slogan for the tourism board that is AIM's Boca Caliente.
You have to say it right. You say Boca Caliente.
Boca
Boca.
Caliente.
Boca Caliente.
Bathed in the tropical suns of the Caribbean,
Yes, yes.
where we make our own advanced idea rum. Oh yeah, I'm toasty now.
Yeah, me too.
So if
Cosmic
you've
Oops.
if you if you enjoyed getting drunk with us and on our summer convocation, you can hit us up and send us an email at cbcopodcast@gmail.com. or hit us up on Twitter at CBCO_podcast, or check out our pictures and all our posts on Instagram at comicbooks_cold_ones. Give us 5 stars wherever you download this podcast or wherever you listen to your podcast. We like that. Appreciate it.
Or if you're riding a pod sled.
If you are looking for more tiki drink ideas, we can send you our own. If you're looking how to increase the size of your head and get an assless jetpack, send us suggestions. We can help you out on that also.
Yeah, we have some somewhere.
Yes. And as always, I'm M.O.D.O.K.
You are M.O.D.O.K.
Quite tipsy as always on the island of Boca Caliente, and I am going to turn it over to my friend M.O.D.A.M for a sign out.
Oh, is that my name again? I forgot. Well, everyone, thank you for listening, and don't forget to visit Boca Caliente.